Hello everyone, I greet you in the name of God Almighty. My name is Apostle Newton Silas, and today guys we have a very interesting video to react to. A very touching video anyway per se, that's on my own opinion. It says that debate causes 100 plus Muslims to convert to Christianity. Okay, I believe that this is going to be a very interesting video. So guys, if today happens to be the first time of you checking out my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, before we get on to the video, I'm a theologian and I make this video not to discredit anyone's religion. This is basically for educational purposes, and I believe that at the end of this video we all are going to learn from this. So guys, let's get down to the video and check out how the debate went through before they convert to Christianity.
What happens when a knowledgeable Christian debates Muslims on religion? More than 100 Muslims come home to Christ, and the Christian ends up dead. This is the story of Ahmada Mafabi, a Ugandan man who was born a Muslim, found the truth, evangelized his village, ignored death threats, and was martyred, all within a 2-year period. "Stop taking our members," read the text message. "Let this be known to you that your church and your life is at risk." Mafabi was no stranger to threats since he left Islam in December 2020, but I have to imagine he smiled when he read those words. His work for the kingdom was having an effect. The Muslims were desperate. They couldn't compete with Mafabi's knowledge, and more Muslims were accepting Christ as Savior every time they tried to debate him. Their Dawah scripts were no match for the convert who knew both religions well. Something had to be done, so they moved from debate to threat. As Muhammad said, better to right a wrong with your fist than with your words. Mafabi had spent 35 years trapped in Muhammad's hell. Then a local pastor told him the gospel. Several visits later, he was convinced, and his life was changed forever. Christianity offered answers. In response, the Muslims had nothing. They could offer only threats of violence. Mafabi had to relocate with his wife and 4 children. But no matter, he had found the truth, and he wasn't going to keep quiet about it. 6 months later, he was teaming up with the same pastor, publicly challenging Muslims to debate. Debate after debate, it became clear Islam couldn't stand up to scrutiny. Debate after debate, more people left Islam. Using his knowledge of his former religion, Mafabi and his pastor led more than 100 Muslims to Christ over the next year. The threats continued, but the two waged forward. This is part of the spiritual warfare that comes with Christian persecution, and I'm ready to face it, the pastor explained. Mafabi survived 4 assassination attempts from Muslims too cowardly to face the truth. They were losing the debates because their prophet is a joke, and their religion has no truth to offer. On January 2nd, 2023, a 5th attempt was made. That day saw 13 Muslims put their faith in Jesus due to a public debate. Angered at the loss, Muslims accused Mafabi of blasphemy and demanded he leave the premises. On the way home, 2 men knocked him from his motorcycle, shouted Allahu Akbar, overpowered him, and cut his neck with a long Somali knife, said an eyewitness. Thus, they accomplished what their God could not do. They silenced the critic, not with facts, but with violence, and ironically proved that even a knife is greater than Allah. Too bad a knife can't shut off the internet, and Allah's days are thus coming to an end. Do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both the soul and the body in hell. This video is for you, Ahmada. See you in heaven soon, my brother. Prayers go to the unnamed pastor who will continue the fight. Good luck stopping him, the 100+ converts already won, and the army of online evangelists out of your Somali knife's reach. God is indeed greater, but his name isn't Allah, and he doesn't need knives. The true God, Jesus Christ, wins with facts, and a 7th century warlord mentality can do nothing to stop him. One life was lost, but 100 souls were saved in the battle of good versus evil.
Whoa, that's a very interesting video. Hearing some of the things that happened, the debate that end up, you understand, causing the preacher's life at the cause of it. You know, I will not say that, you understand, I was happy of what happened, or of the Muslim converting to Christianity, or vice versa. What I want to state is that instead of me to go on a debate and then lose a debate and convert to Hindu or Buddhist or Islam, I think that I will not be very devoted, you understand, to it, which is my own personal opinion. This is what, in a sense, I do here on my channel. For instance, let's take a look at Islam. For instance, we make research, in a sense, about Islam. We understand some of the pillars of Islam. We could talk about them believing in the oneness of God. We could talk about prayers. We could talk about giving to charity, or should I say zakah. We could talk about pilgrimage, and then we could look at what Islam is all about, which you can summarize it this way, that when you surrender, right, that's according to Yusuf Estes, right, it says that you surrender, you obey, you submit, right, and then you live in peace. Like, yeah, if you're to look at it based on Islam. And of course, you can be able to learn all these things, in a sense, by yourself. And why? Because you make a research, and when you make the research, of course, and then you make that decision to convert to Islam, at that point in time, nothing can be able to make you to change your mind. But if I go on a debate, and then I debated probably, let's say, a Muslim, and then there is this surprising thing about God. God can make me to go on a debate, and I'll lose the debate. And if the debate could be like, okay, if I go on this debate and I lose, I'm going to become a Muslim. God can make me to lose the debate, and then see what I'm going to do. But the question is, maybe probably because I have said to people that when I lose this debate, I'm going to, or agree with maybe my opponent, that when I lose this debate, I'm going to convert to Islam, right? At that point in time, maybe I'll convert to the Islam because of the promise I have made. Now the question is, will I be very devoted? Can I be 100% understand about Islam? That's why I will say that I know that, of course, we have different approaches when it comes to making this type of decision. But then I feels like if someone make his own research by himself and able to discover God and make that decision by taking the Shahada by himself, I feel that person will be very, very devoted. Same thing is also applicable to Christianity. As a Muslim, if you research about God, you understand the God and Jesus Christ per se, because Christians believe that the God, the Jesus is all the same thing, just that God manifests itself, you understand, in human flesh, and that's when here comes the Jesus Christ. So now when you look at it, if you're able to make your own research and then you feel like, yes, this is the right thing, and then you make that decision, you become a Christian, I feel like at that point in time the person tends to be very devoted, you understand, to his or her own religion. Now if we look at, you understand, the Bible, you understand, it says in his word that people will even kill in my name, but I will say I do not know them. Now if you look at, you understand, all these things, people will think that when I went on to take a life, you understand, of someone, I'm doing it for God. Our God is not, whether, you understand, you're a Christian and then you do that, or you are a Muslim and you do that, I want you to understand that you are 100% wrong by doing so. For our God is so powerful that he can do whatever he wants to do. For instance, Let's take a look at Sodom and Gomorrah, for instance. God was able to rain fire to Sodom and Gomorrah whenever he spoke to them, for them to desist from their deed, and then some of the homosexuality and the things that they were doing as of then, and then they refused. What did God do? God was able to destroy the whole nation. So if God, you understand, is to change a person, God can do it because he have the power, right? We says that our God is what, omnipotent. If we were to talk about some of his personalities, right, we says is omnipotent. And then since God is omnipotent, he can do whatever he want to do. God is omnipresence. He can be everywhere, so he can be able to do anything at a time whenever he want to. He needs not to send you because to come and take a life. No, that's very wrong. You may disagree with someone, but then to the point that you will go on to take somebody's life, I feel that that is wrong. Even though the Bible says in the book of Matthew that we don't have to be afraid of the one that will take only the body, but be afraid of the one that will take your soul. So I will encourage us that we could of course engage ourselves in dialogue, but let's do it objectively. And when you are doing it, don't do it in the name of like it's a kind of a do or die affair, so that even if you did not go your own way, it is you who understand your own God. So I'll encourage that you worship your God. And I'll also encourage that if someone engage himself or maybe in a debate and then you lose the debate, never says that if I win this debate or I lose this debate, I'm gonna do this. No, do not do so, for you can't even convert someone. It is only God who convert. We have seen so many people who have made this kind of promises, and at the end of the day they pay the supreme price. We could look at Jephthah, for instance, right, when he asked God for victory and gonna sacrifice anything that come out of his house, and then end up in essence sacrificing his daughter just as to fulfill his promise. So we have to be very careful whenever we go on making promises to God, since it's something that if we made, we have to fulfill it, and God is gonna guide us. I believe that some of you have a lot to say concerning this video, because it's a very deep video. If you are to look deep into it, then I want you to drop your comment, your opinion at the comment section concerning this video, or concerning what that happened in Uganda to the preacher, and then also the conversion of the Islam. You drop your comment and opinion at the comment section, and God will bless you as you do so, as we continue to learn from one another. So this is the end of my video. If you like my reaction, you should like, share and subscribe. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section, and I'm going to check it out. So guys, you remain blessed and have a wonderful week. Bye bye.